5-2, Heretic Hermit, with a personality profile consciousness that is about universalization, while on the design unconscious, it is your process of projection. Consciously, your behavioral identity is that of the heretic. Your projected attitude is of the general. Your limited perspective is of being the savior. Your aspired to role is attractiveness. Your bonding strategy is either seducer or being seduced. Your security strategy is distributor and hoarder. Your emotional resonance vacillates between selflessness and selfishness. Your awareness resonance is that of discipline and rebellion. Whereas on the body side, your nature is that of a hermit. Your type is democratic leadership. Your memory has a bigotry. Your direction is that of harmony. Your sexuality vacillates between shyness and boldness. Your humanity is that of a nourisher versus depleter. Your wave resonance vacillates between advancing and withdrawal, and your frequency resonance is that of determination or not. As a heretic hermit, you are a reluctant heretic. Your heretical personality is behind closed doors because of this body. This combination of your fifth line personality that waits behind closed doors for the right timing in order to be able to practically universalize consciously, while your second line unconscious is truly a hermit and just wants to be left alone, means that this is really rare for you as a 5-2 to universalize, to answer the call in order to get involved with others, other than when you yourself call yourself out. Where a 5-1 was preparing for the call of others, the projection of others. For you as a 5-2, it's not waiting for a projection field to build, like with the 5-1. You may be ignorant of that because your body is self-absorbed, going about its own business, and you have to call yourself out, being your own seducer, in a sense, where you can call yourself getting involved in and then truly universalizing through your potential of your fifth line personality is part of how you are here as a fifth line to rise to the occasion. You know that there's expectations. Consciously, you are here to offer practical solutions in times of crisis. And if you can't fulfill on that positive expectation field placed upon you, this can make you feel incredibly uncomfortable. So that places an enormous amount of pressure on you, potentially where other people seem to see that you are responsible, and where you're under more pressure than any other members within that business grouping because you're carrying the quality of the projection field. And as a fifth line, when you enter into anything that's not correct for you, that's going to be very difficult as far as a situation, and your reputation may be likely to suffer. With the second line in your profile at the body level, you're going to be uncomfortable when it comes to other people seeing something in you that you may not know is there. And the body will be more comfortable being in the same place or office every day, where as long as you feel secure and comfortable there, you're just sitting there waiting for a call, but your mind will be calling you out. There may be other people's calls that are not correct for you. You've got to trust that you will hear and in the moment know when that expectation field is correct for you to step into. So instead of the thriving that the 5-1 had on other people's projections, you don't have that same kind of certainty. As a second line body, your theme, this process of being a hermit, wanting to be left alone. The second line, inherently you're democratic, meaning allowing others to take care of themselves, fairness, so that you can go about your own business. And this 5-2 process of yours may feel kind of uncomfortable because everybody's expecting great things of you. Mystically, what happens with the second line body is that you're waiting to be called, not just at the mundane level, but to a higher calling, a higher purpose that will pull you out of the mundane plane. The second line of your body is about just being, not necessarily having to understand how everything works, not needing to study, not having to work at it. You're just a natural at things. There's no pressure necessarily to universalize in the same way that we had at the 5-1 level. So you might just assume that other people know. Like, why bother? There's nothing to prove here. This is especially true if you have an undefined heart or ego. You might hear yourself think, why should I bother to live up to their or society's expectations or projections? Let other people take on responsibility. So, for you, you may not have access to the kind of depth that a 5-1 has. For you as a 2, you're maybe feeling uncomfortable to what other people expect of you to live out accordingly with what you may not know is actually there. Because when the second line process is unnatural, it is completely unaware. That, combined with the combination of this being on the unconscious level, can mean that you have no idea of how talented you are, how incredibly capable you may be. You have to call yourself out to be your own authority. Your second line, underneath that 5th line, seductive awareness, second line body is just going about your business reluctantly, being a heretic, only when you rise to the occasion. And that has to do with your mentality. As this is a harmonic profile, you are innocent, as an innocence, as part of the nature of the motiveless motivation, Ra would call this one. So the body underneath is actually archetypally here to teach about harmony. What is part of your process in waiting for the behind closed door right timing to call yourself out into this universalization principle. Because of your second line unconscious, you truly just want to be left alone, not have to teach. So it's rare, unless you really do come to this fruition of calling yourself out, that you're going to universalize a new message. So being your own best seducer, calling your own self out, so that you can then get involved with the right strangers through the potential of your 5th line personality, to put a message out there, to fulfill that past life karmic, transpersonal fulfillment of cleaning up karma with the right other. This is part of your process and your journey. Other people may see in you that you are deeply withdrawn. Remember, doing your own thing. This is not about the negative sense at all. It can feel complete and natural, for indeed you are a natural in your withdrawal from involvement, simply doing your own thing, going your own way, minding your own business, one might say. Yet at any moment, when it's correct for you, when it's aligned inside of you, you can be called into action, calling yourself into action, as in seducing yourself through your boldness instead of being shy or reticent, as a 5-2, you can be your own prod, so to speak, as in prod yourself to, answering your own call. 5s put out the call, practical solutions in times of crisis as a heretic. Saint, savior, general, riding in on the white horse, saving the day, but it has to be correct for your body in the end, where your body can be the authority to teach through its harmony. Harmony being important for you. Harmonic relationships, harmonic dynamics, a natural inherent need for harmony. Because these are both lines of projection, the unconscious projecting out, the conscious being projected upon, for you to rise to such occasion, to be the saint, general, savior, that stranger of consequence in times of crisis. It is important that you experiment with the fundamental keys of your genetic nature. By type, define one's strategy. For the generator, waiting for response. For the projector, waiting for recognition and formal invitation in order to engage with another. For the manifester, informing in order to impact of its freedom of action. For the reflector, to have the alignment to the lunar cyclical process that initiates you into an awareness of what is surprising. And for each of you, fundamentally, the key that is true, finding this spirit of abundance that arises from inside, for the peace, satisfaction, success, or surprise that you so richly deserve, that is your birthright, in order to find the alignment to truth, source inside to be your own authority, whatever your developmental process of aligning to personal sovereignty, to find the rise to the occasion. Although you may be seen as rebellious, although you may be seen as shy, sometimes you may be bold, sometimes you may find that you call yourself out to rise in truth, to maintain one's dignity, to be in accordance with one's transpersonal karmic fulfillment through your relational dynamic with the right other. Namaste.